Hey there, folks! Today we're diving deep into a hidden world, a world that exists alongside our everyday economy, the shadow economy. This isn't just a small, isolated phenomenon, it's a massive, sprawling network that touches every corner of the globe. Think of it as a parallel universe of sorts, operating outside the purview of official records and government regulations. It's like an underground river, flowing beneath the surface of our structured, formal economy. It's a world of unrecorded income, untaxed transactions, and often, unregulated labor. From street vendors to freelance workers, many people participate in this hidden economy, sometimes out of necessity, sometimes by choice. Now, you might be wondering, why shadow? Why not just call it the informal economy or the underground market? Well, just like a shadow follows you, this economy exists because of the light of the formal economy. It mirrors the formal economy in many ways but operates in the dark, away from the spotlight of legal scrutiny and regulation. It thrives on activities that are either illegal or choose to operate outside the law. This includes everything from unlicensed street vendors to more nefarious activities like smuggling and black market trading. But here's the kicker, it's not as simple as labeling it good or bad. The shadow economy is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it provides livelihoods for millions who might otherwise be unemployed. On the other hand, it can undermine formal economic structures and lead to loss of tax revenue. The shadow economy is a complex beast with tentacles reaching into various aspects of our lives. It influences everything from the price of goods to the availability of jobs and even the stability of governments. So, buckle up as we embark on this journey to understand the what, the why, and the impact of this hidden giant. We'll explore its origins, its current state, and what the future might hold. Trust me, it's going to be one hell of a ride. We'll meet the people who live in this world, hear their stories, and try to piece together the puzzle of the shadow economy. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss a single moment of this eye-opening journey. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. What exactly constitutes this elusive shadow economy? Well, imagine this. Your neighborhood handyman fixes your leaky faucet, you slip him some cash, no questions asked, no receipts exchanged. That, my friends, is a classic example of the shadow economy in action. But it's not just about small-time transactions. The shadow economy encompasses a vast array of activities, from informal street vending and unregulated labor in factories, to sophisticated financial crimes like money laundering and tax evasion. Think of that guy selling knockoff handbags on a busy street corner, or that restaurant paying its staff under the table to avoid taxes. Yep, all part of the shadow economy. And here's the thing, it's happening everywhere. From bustling metropolises to remote villages, cutting across geographical boundaries and social strata. It's a global phenomenon, a silent force shaping the economic landscape in ways we're only beginning to understand. Now you're probably thinking, why would people choose to operate in the shadows? It's a question that has intrigued economists, policymakers, and everyday citizens alike. The shadow economy, also known as the informal or underground economy, is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon. Well, the answer, my friends, is as complex as a perfectly spiced vindaloo. Just like that dish, the shadow economy is made up of a variety of ingredients, each contributing to its unique flavor and persistence. There's no single reason, but rather a potent cocktail of factors that contribute to the growth of this hidden economy. It's a blend of necessity, opportunity, and sometimes sheer survival. One major culprit: excessive government regulations. When the rules and regulations become too cumbersome, they can stifle legitimate business activities. When the red tape becomes too burdensome, businesses and individuals may be tempted to bypass the formal system altogether. This isn't just about avoiding taxes or legal obligations, it's about finding a way to operate more efficiently and effectively. Think of it as a survival tactic, a way to navigate through bureaucratic hurdles and stay afloat. For many small businesses, operating in the shadows is the only way to keep their doors open and continue serving their communities. Then there's the issue of high taxes. When the tax burden becomes too heavy, it can act as a disincentive for formal economic participation. When the tax burden becomes too heavy, it can incentivize people to seek ways to protect their hard-earned income, even if it means venturing into the shadows. This is especially true in countries where tax rates are exorbitantly high or where the tax system is perceived as unfair. And let's not forget about unemployment and poverty. In many parts of the world, formal job opportunities are scarce, and people are left with little choice but to turn to the informal economy. In many parts of the world, people are forced into the informal economy simply to make ends meet. It's a matter of survival, of putting food on the table and providing for their families. The shadow economy becomes a lifeline for those who are marginalized or excluded from the formal economic system. It's a matter of survival, of putting food on the table and providing for their families. The shadow economy, while often seen as a problem, also serves as a critical safety net for millions of people around the world. It allows them to earn a living, support their loved ones, and maintain a sense of dignity in the face of economic adversity. So, the next time you see a street vendor or a small business operating outside the formal economy, remember that there's a complex web of reasons behind their choice. It's not just about evading taxes or regulations, it's about survival, opportunity, and resilience in a world that often leaves them with few other options. The shadow economy is a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. It's a reminder that even in the face of daunting challenges, people will find a way to persevere and thrive. Understanding this hidden world can help us create more inclusive and supportive economic systems for everyone. Section 4. A double-edged sword impacts of the shadow economy. Now here's where things get really interesting. The shadow economy, often referred to as the informal or underground economy, is a multifaceted phenomenon that operates outside the formal economic systems. It encompasses a wide range of activities, from street vending and unregistered businesses to illicit trade and unreported employment. The shadow economy isn't just some abstract concept, it has real-world consequences, both positive and negative. It's a dynamic and complex system that affects millions of lives globally. It's a double-edged sword, capable of both helping and hurting society. On one side, it can be a source of innovation and entrepreneurship, providing opportunities for those who might otherwise be excluded from the formal economy. On the one hand, the shadow economy can provide a much-needed lifeline for those struggling to survive. It allows individuals to earn a living when formal employment opportunities are scarce or inaccessible. It can create jobs, boost incomes, and stimulate economic activity, especially in developing countries. In many cases, the shadow economy is a critical component of local economies, driving growth and providing essential goods and services. Think of it as a safety net, albeit an imperfect one that prevents people from falling through the cracks. It offers a way for people to support themselves and their families, even in the face of economic hardship. But here's the flip side. The shadow economy also comes with a hefty price tag. While it provides immediate benefits to individuals, it can have long-term negative impacts on society as a whole. It leads to a loss of tax revenue for governments, which in turn hampers their ability to provide essential public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. This loss of revenue can result in underfunded public services, deteriorating infrastructure, and a lower quality of life for citizens. It can also undermine fair competition, create unfair labor practices, and fuel criminal activities. Businesses operating in the shadow economy often do not adhere to labor laws, leading to exploitation and unsafe working conditions. So you see, the shadow economy is a complex issue with no easy answers. It presents a significant challenge for policymakers and society as a whole. Balancing the benefits and drawbacks of the shadow economy requires a nuanced understanding and a multifaceted approach. It's a balancing act, a constant tug-of-war between its potential benefits and its undeniable drawbacks. Addressing the shadow economy involves not only cracking down on illegal activities, but also creating inclusive economic policies that provide opportunities for all. By understanding the complexities of the shadow economy, we can work towards solutions that harness its benefits while mitigating its negative impacts. Section 5. Taming the shadow strategies for mitigation. So how do we deal with this beast? Well, it's not about eradicating the shadow economy entirely. That's about as feasible as trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. Instead, it's about understanding the root causes and implementing strategies to mitigate its negative impacts while harnessing its potential benefits. Governments have a crucial role to play in this endeavor. By simplifying regulations, reducing the tax burden on businesses and individuals, and creating more job opportunities in the formal economy, they can create an environment that discourages people from operating in the shadows. But it's not just about government action. Organizations, businesses, and individuals all have a part to play. Promoting financial inclusion, supporting microfinance initiatives, and fostering a culture of ethical business practices can go a long way in shrinking the shadow economy.